This is Kathy, Crowder's Mountain, North Carolina. I want to show you what we're going to make today. This is a tobacco leaf, and it's an old pattern. I'm not sure how old it is. I found it in a book. I think it was like 1930s or 40s or something like that, that people used to quilt tobacco leaf patterns. And so there's lots of them floating around out there, but this is my version. And I have another one over here I want to show you too. But now this one is the one we're going to make. And it's a 3x3. I'm going to show you a 2x2. And I'll show you that other one later. But for now, this is the one we're going to make. Okay, let's get started. Now, like I said, the one that I showed you is a 3x3. So I'm going to make it as a 2x2, but all you have to do is follow the same directions. You can make a 3x3 or a 4x4, 8x8, whatever you want to make, using these same directions. Now, grant you that you're going to have to do something different when you're making your circles if you make it too big, but you can figure it out. But I'm going to do a 24x24. So the first thing I always like to do is just find the center of my board. Now I'm making it on paper for you guys again, in case you've never seen one of my videos. I make it on paper so that my Sharpies can stand out and you can see the lines better. So I'm not actually drawing it on my board. But you will use like your favorite writing instrument, which mine is the heat erasable pens. Alright, so now we're just going to connect our dots, connect our tick marks. And I'm using a pencil right now, and I'll show you why in just a minute. These are not, get my marks here. I got off a little bit right there. Alright. What tore? You know, have y'all noticed every one of my videos I tear the paper? Let's hope that don't aggravate you too much. But anyway, let me find the rest of the things that I need. So it's going to be a hammer and a little nail right here. I've got my compass I found on Amazon. It's a demonstration compass, and it had like a suction cup right here. So like if you was teaching, you would just stick it to your whiteboard. Well, I pulled that off because I didn't need it. And if you don't have one of those, don't worry about it. You could just take a ruler, take you could do this with a 3-foot too, but I cut a foot of it off. And I made a little hole here, and you could just make a little hole every 2 inches or every 1 inch, whatever size you need your circle to be. So don't feel like you have to go out and buy anything. You can do this without it, as long as you got that ruler. And it really needs to be at least 2 foot. So if you got a yardstick, that's going to work fine. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, we've got our center, right? Now we're going to go down to the end, the center of our board, down to bottom. And I'm hoping that you can see that. There you go. Well, there you go. You can see it now. Alright, now, I told you this table is an old table I got. So I got it for down here. I didn't get it for anything else. So if I poke a hole in it, it's alright. So I'm right at the edge, so you be careful if you put that on your board that you don't bust your wood. Now what I did, see, I pull that suction cup off, and I'm just hanging. Can y'all see it? So I'm just hanging with that little hole. I'm just hanging it over that nail. All right, then here, I'm gonna make sure this little hole right here is that busted? No, there it was. It's got to pop off, wasn't it? So I'm making sure this little hole right here, that's where I'm gonna put my pencil. What? Trying to pop off again on me. I'm gonna get it right in that center as best I can and tighten it back up. And I'm just gonna put my pencil in there and just kind of pull lightly against the nail here. There we go. Now we've got to do that on every side because we're making those tobacco leaves. Hang it back over there again, and hopefully it's in the center. It's kind of hard to see. It is. Alright. Hope my head didn't get in the way. Alright, you ready? We're going to go this way this time. Now we got to do it again. So we've already got one of the leaves drawn, the one that I poked the hole in. Let's see if I can find something. Now, maybe that will distract you. I don't know if y'all can see this or not. You see these light spots right here? Let me get back up here. See these light spots right here? I think this table was used to play cards with because it's just those two sides is wore out, and it's a counter size table, countertop height. So I think that might have been what it was. I don't know about y'all's mama. My mama wouldn't let you do that. We were growing up, we wasn't allowed to have anything like that. We couldn't play old maids or anything. Anything that had to do with the deck of cards. Now we could play Monopoly and stuff, but other kind of games, but we sure wasn't gonna play no cards in her house. Oh, I'm gonna have to straighten this one up a little bit. She'd probably get me for using a table that people had been playing on. I just wouldn't tell her. Alright. So now we have our 4 leaves, and see how they come together in the middle, and that's okay. That's going to be fine. If it's not perfect right in here. See, that's kind of lapping over, but that's all right the way we're going to make our pattern. It won't hurt anything. All right, so there's our leaves. Now let's make the inside. Okay, now we need to draw the center. Now I've got a 1-inch ruler for this, and I'm placing the center. I'm putting the 6-inch mark right in the center. And I'm going to put a tick mark there and a tick mark there. But then I'm coming down 1.5 and putting another tick mark. All right, let's do that over here too. We want to make sure these are the same size. See, the outer one is the outer edge of the center. Maybe I can insert a clip here and show you what I'm talking about. And then the one that we went down 1.5 inches is the inside. All right, so what we want to do now, so that I think that's going to be too much. I went down 1.5 on that 3x3. So let's just do 1 inch on this 24x24. Because we don't need it to be quite as wide. I should have thought about that. Okay. Let me get rid of those dots before I mess you up and you take a screenshot. All right. So I got rid of that extra dot in case you take a screenshot. And you can take screenshots at any time you want to, and you can have like step 1, step 2, if that's what you want to do. But this one's pretty simple. All right. So we've got our dot here. That's going to be the outside. Now I'm going to lay my ruler back into 6. And all I'm going to do is kind of twist it around, keeping that on 6 until my ruler touches that 11. Almost touch, it won't quite touch. I want that 2, no, 1, I'm sorry, 1 and 11 until they touch. So again, we got it on 6 and I'm just twisting it around, and so the 1 touches this leaf on the left and the 11 touches the one on the right. You see that? And I'm going to make a tick mark. Alright, now I'm going to go around and do the same thing all the way around. Putting it on 6, twisting it just a little bit until that 1 and the 11 line up and make a tick mark. We're going to do it here. Well, another piece of white out paper messed up. Now, let's get at it again. Got it on 6. I'm going to twist it around to the 11 Already got that side. And one. This one. Alright, this way. So, got it on 6. When the 1 and the 11 line up, make a tick mark. Back over here. So you have to have it on each side of this. So here's my 1 and the 11. Alright, now let me show you what we're doing. Alright, so we've got it, just double check, make sure you got all your marks. And then all we're going to do is connect them. I keep messing that up. I have to have some white out some point in time. Okay, now see, we got the outside. Now, see there, went that. About got them all pulled off, hadn't I? Here's that one. Covering it up, just so we don't get mixed up. Alright. So here and here, we're going to put it on 6 again. And we're going to draw the other ones. Now you can come down like that and try to figure it out, but I think this is the easiest way. For me it was. So we're on the 6, and we're just going to twist it to the 2 and 10 touch. Trying to keep that in the center. That one. I need to go this way. Here's the 2, here's the 10. And this way. We have 6, 2, and 10. Alright. I think I can get rid of them little pieces of paper now. And all we're going to do okay, there you go. You see that? Now, in the one that I did, I had a border. And so if you want the border, you can make a 2-inch border or a 1-inch border just by measuring it off. I'll do one side so you can see what I'm doing. And remember, when you're doing your border, these leaves are on the outside because you don't want to be painting over your leaves. So here is one. There's one. I'll just go ahead and do all 4 sides, and I'm just going to do a 1-inch border. And if you want a double border, just measure another inch over. That's what I did. Now I'm not going to draw in those leaves. Okay. Now let me show you what I'm doing. Here's my 1 inch. Now on the outside over here, I'm drawing that. So I got this taped down so you can't see it very well. But on the outside, I'm making my border there. But then I'm coming on the inside of these leaves here. So I drew these leaves right at the bottom. So you might want to check that when you're drawing yours to try to have a little bit left over here. Or don't have any left on any corner. So over here I've got some, here I got a little bit. You see there? You see how that is? Now, I took, for my center, I took one of those big round, let me see if I can find one over here real quick. I took one of these sponges. This is a big one. And I just dotted it in my black, wiped it off a little bit, and stuck it down there. And then when that dried, I come back, stuck it on there again to make it a good coat. But now, you don't have to have yours that big if you don't want to, but I think it would look fine. Mine, on the 3x3, that's what it was, the size of it. Now, talking about the veins in the leaves, now you could freehand that, or you could tape it up with, let me show you. You could actually tape it up with your regular tape and just leave a little pin stripe through here and a little pin stripe here for your leaves. You could do that, or you could use the pin stripe tape. And what I did, I laid 3 rows down right beside of each other, and then I pulled up that center one so that I knew I had it straight. Now that's what I did on that first one, the one we're drawing now. And I did the leaves that way too. So they'd end up being, I'll just draw on this one. You know what I'll do? What's that? I'm just going to draw a circle around here. Like that. So, you can do it this way. You just have your line up through here. And just every once in a while, like I had 4 veins coming off on mine. You might want to make that one a little bit longer. I just kind of went in between them like that. Now I did that, and the one I'm drawing, the one I showed you to start with, that's what I did. And for the other one, all right, take a screenshot of that, because I'm getting ready to mess you up if you don't. But for the other one that I did, I took my paintbrush and just went up through here like that. And then I just curved them. See, like that. And it really, I kind of like that better. But if you just want them straight, that's fine too. But that I like that better. But I done it with my paintbrush. And of course you have to go over it real good. You need to put 2 or 3 layers on that too. That coats, I mean, because that, you want it to look right. And you're drawing over top of your base coat here. All right, let me get the colors that I used and show you that. Okay. Can you take a screenshot of that? You can see it all in there. All right, let me get this big bad boy up here on the table. I'm not sure you're going to be able to see it all, but at least you can see what I'm talking about with the colors. Now, I know you've got a shine up there. Not sure which light is putting that shine out. I'm not sure. But anyway, we're just going to concentrate on the colors right now. So, for my colors here, I used Heirloom Red and Very Black. Alright, for this background green, because I just felt like it needed a green background since it was tobacco leaf, I use Jadeite. And for my leaves here, I mixed up. I didn't want just plain gold, but I wanted gold. So I mixed a little bit of natural bark in there to kind of tone that gold down a little bit. And then for my leaves, I used the Mega Gold again, but I lightened it up with Celebration. And you see what I'm talking about, how I used my tape to tape that up, and it makes it look real straight. But let me get that other one and show you too. I'm going to lay it just right on top of it. So I just wanted to show you how I did the leaves here. I just did a little bit of freehand with that, and I just wanted them to look more realistic, so that's what I did with that one. And of course, you know, you could do any colors you want. See how I did the border of this one different? I matched the center of it. This white is coconut milk. This is ultra white and limousine black. I mixed the colors for the leaves, so you could make your colors whatever you wanted. But that's Celebration right here. But anyway, I just wanted you to see the leaves. Okay, that's it for you. I didn't mention that letter that was in the center of that other one. You could, you know, I said you could do it your way. That, the person that one is going to. Last name starts with the H. But you know, you could put a tractor or anything in here. So, your quilt, your way. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all again in the next video. Happy painting!